So I went to my vice principal and I asked him if I could sign out, but I told him that he wouldn't be able to reach my mom because my cousin had told me she was unresponsive, and then I knew my aunt was at work, and then Alvin was on my phone, and then they couldn't get in touch with my sister's dad. So he had the basketball coach bring me home, and my coach waited outside. But before I left, they were taking a really long time to let me leave since they couldn't contact anybody. So I was getting worried. Like I started crying. Like I started breaking down, and that's when he told the coach to leave. That's why he brought me home. And so he said, "I'll wait right here, and then let me know if anything is wrong." So I went inside, and I opened my mom's door. I said, "Mom." She looked at me like she was fine, but then she called me my cousin name. She said Patrice. I said, "No, mommy, it's me." She was like, "What are you doing here?" I said, "I came to see if you were okay. Are you okay?" And then she called me Patrice again. So that's when I realized something was wrong. So I went and I sat on the bed, and I said, "How are you feeling? Are you okay?" And my mom was like, "I don't know, my head hurts." So I was like, "Okay." So I could tell like she was confused, and then my grandma was calling me, my aunt was calling me, everybody was calling me, everybody was just like confused in my head, and then I had to still try to see like what was going on with my mom. So I asked her, I wanted to see if she really like couldn't remember anything. So I asked her, who am I? I said, "Mommy, who am I?" And she said, "Who am I?" She just kept repeating my questions like back to me. I said, "Well, Mommy, I'm Jayla," but it's like she couldn't remember who I was. So I went back outside and I told my coach, I was like, my mom can't. I was breaking. I was like, "My mom can't remember me. I don't know what to do." Blah. He was like, and I'm so grateful because I was like, I was just so over the place. Like, so he told me like, calm down. He called the ambulance and they came. But while we were in the ambulance,
Wait, let me,
oh,
as far as like I remember when she was in the house. I don't remember exactly what happened per se. I remember just trying to figure out who she was, like Jayla. Like I just kept saying her name, like Jayla. Like I don't remember much, but I remember like I was just trying to, like I was just so confused, and I was just trying to figure out who she was. Like I knew her, but I just didn't know who she was exactly. And I don't remember much. What else? I think yeah, I don't remember much. I just knew that I was just getting so frustrated because I didn't know what was going on. Like I couldn't make sense of anything. I didn't know how to use my phone. I was just so frustrated.
oh yeah. When I came in, my mom, her phone was on the floor, but it was ringing. So I handed it to her. I said, "Do you wanna talk to grandma?" Or was it, I don't remember who was calling me. I said, "Do you wanna talk?" She said she just looked at the phone and she said, "What is this?" She put it to the side, and I was like, "Okay." So I kept talking to her, trying to see if she was gonna remember me, but she just got so agitated with me, like she just started getting mad. So I was like, "Okay." Then I grabbed her computer to like see to email her job to let them know what's going on. But when I did it, since she was so confused that she didn't, I guess since she, what, I don't know how to explain it.
Like what?
Since you were so frustrated that you didn't know what's going on, like you like grabbed the computer from me. You were like, "Just stop it."
I don't remember.
Yeah, you were like, "Just stop it. I'm trying to think." So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna let you think."
Yeah, I don't remember saying that at all. I just know that like it was bothering me to the point that I was getting frustrated because I did not know what was going on.
Um,
And I remember The black lady with the braids.
Cynthia. Cynthia is a lifesaver.
I would just remember a nice, pretty black lady with braids. And I don't remember what she said to me. I just remember her face. I don't remember going into the ambulance. I don't remember anything. I just remember seeing my daughter, not knowing who she was, and then seeing the black lady. And the next thing I know, I woke up and I was in the hospital, and my daughter was there. My youngest daughter's father was there. My sister was there, and my niece was there. And I'm like, I don't remember anything. I just remember waking up in the hospital, and I'm like, I don't even know if I asked, what am I doing here, or where am I? I just don't remember. I remember waking up in the hospital and that being it. Did I say anything while I was in the hospital?
You kept asking, what hospital? And they kept telling you, you repeated, you're like, okay. And then when she came back, you asked again, what hospital am I in? But when we were in the ambulance, my mom had a seizure. It was like her whole body went into like, it just started to get tense, and she was on the stretcher. They had her like, she wasn't laying down, but she wasn't sitting up all the way. So she had sat up, and she turned. I was in the back of her, so I saw her turn, but her gaze was so like, I don't know,
Out of space.
yeah, like you were just not here. And then that's when her body started to freeze up, and she started having a seizure. And that's when Cynthia, that's when she cut open your sweater. They couldn't get the medical bag open either. That's why I was so scared. I was like, oh my gosh.
What medical bag?
So they have a medical bag where they put the IV in your arm after you have the seizure. They didn't have, there's like a key for it, and they didn't have, oh.
Come on in, Al. We're doing Get Ready With Me with the story time. So what do you remember from the hospital? What do you remember exactly from that day? Huh? Well, we do want to know.
Well, I remember in the emergency room and crying.
I was crying.
Yeah,
What about before that? You have to give the background.
of embarrassment.
So, how did you get to the hospital? Like, what happened?
I had to take an Uber.
Alvin,
No,
like,
you have to
what?
tell the story. Like, how did you find out? How did you, like, all that? That's how story time means.
Oh, yeah, I found out from Patrice. And then I tried to call you.
What did Patrice tell you, Alvin? Like,
Oh, she was just like, call Joe. Like,
And then
it's an
he
emergency.
called on the Alexa to see if mommy was okay.
First I called on the phone and she wasn't picking up, so then I called the Alexa and so all y'all there with the EMS, and we were on the bed with the AIDs. And then after I hung up, I just took the Uber.
and the nice, pretty black lady, Cynthia, was there. That's all I remember. I remember my daughter, and I remember the nice, pretty black lady with the braids, the cornrows. That's all I remember. Yeah. And what else happened, Al?
Got to the ER. Actually, it took me a minute to reach out. So, but when I got there, you were just knocked out.
Yeah, you look like a baby.
A baby?
Like the way you were sleeping, like you were smushed up. And then you had your Oh no, you weren't there. That was when I first came in, because I was sitting in the waiting room, because they didn't tell me like if I could see her or not. So Cynthia came back and I was like, "Can I see my mom?" She was like, "Yeah." When I saw you, you were just. And they kept asking you questions. You didn't know.